Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to be showing you how to replace the charging port on your Samsung Galaxy S8. Alright, so first thing you're going to want to do, guys, is make sure that the phone is powered off. Alright, so once the phone is completely powered off, what we're going to do is we're going to need to give it some heat on the back. We're going to need to either give it heat with a hairdryer all around, with a heat gun. Be very careful with the heat gun because it can overheat the phone. Or you can also sit it on a hot plate, which is what I have. And you also have to be careful if you're going to use a hot plate because the temperature can get very hot and it could burn the phone as well. Alright, so I'm going to give it some heat. Give it enough heat to where you can touch it, but it will burn slightly. That's when you know you're ready, that we can begin to lift up on the back. Right, so I'm going to heat it up now, and then afterwards I'm going to show you how to begin to remove the back cover. So let's give it some heat first. Alright, so I put it up to heat for about a minute or two. It's pretty hot now. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to get a suction cup. We're going to place it here on the bottom side of the phone, on the bottom rear side. We're going to place the suction cup as close to the tip as possible. Alright, and then what we're going to do is we're going to lift up on it. We're going to lift up on it gently. Not too fast, not too rough, because we don't want to break the glass. So lift up on it gently until you just see an opening. There you go, I see an opening right there. There you go. As soon as you start seeing an opening, we're going to need to stick a prying tool in there. Alright, so looks like there's an opening right there. Right there, stick the prying tool right there. Once you have the prying tool in there, alright, we're good to go. You can leave the suction cup on there, but what we're gonna need to do now is we're gonna need to go around the phone very gently with the prying tool. Just go around the back. Go around the entire phone. All right, if you have two picks or playing cards, I would suggest to use two. That way you can go around the phone with both of them. Alright, so once you have most of it, oh, it looks like the phone turned on. Let's power it off. Alright, once you have most of the back peeled off towards the top, you can lift it up gently and it will open up completely. Alright, let's make sure we place the adhesive back onto the back cover as well as we can, because this is going to go back onto the phone the same way we removed it. We're going to place it back on there. So we want the adhesive to be around all the edges so that it can stick back on as well as it can. Alright, so it looks good. Let's place that to the side. Alright, so next thing we're going to do is we're going to be removing all of these screws. These are going to be Phillips head screws that are on the back frame of the phone. So we're going to be using a small Phillips head screwdriver. Alright, let's go ahead and do that now. Okay, so once you have all of the Phillips head screws removed, we can go ahead and begin to lift up the back pieces here on the back of the housing. Alright, so you can either do it with your finger or you can do it with a prying tool. Alright, so I'm going to lift up here first gently. This is the wireless charger pad. Alright, so let's lift up on this. And then we can go ahead and lift up on this side right here. So this whole piece comes out as one piece. Let's put that to the side. Alright, and then now we can go ahead and remove the bottom portion here, which is where the loudspeaker is. Alright, let's put that to the side. Next thing we're going to want to do is we're going to go ahead and disconnect the battery cable to make sure that the phone doesn't turn on and there's no electricity flowing through the phone. Alright, this is the inside of the new Samsung Galaxy S8. Alright, charging port down here. This is the LCD cable. Alright, this is the front, the selfie camera. There's another flex cable over here. Let's disconnect this. Alright, so next we're going to have to go ahead and disconnect this small flex cable down here. Should be for the home button. This is going to be for an antenna. We're going to disconnect these two antennas right here. And this one right here. Alright, and then one more thing we're going to have to remove before we go ahead and take it further apart is we're going to have to remove the SIM card tray. So let's go up here with the SIM ejector pin. And let's remove that. Put that to the side. Okay, once you have all the antennas and flex cables disconnected, the SIM card tray removed, we can go ahead and lift up on the motherboard over here on the side, and it will lift right out. Pretty simple, guys. Like the previous models. Let's place that to the side. Alright, next thing we're going to need to do is we're going to remove the charging port. So we're going to remove all the Phillips head screws that are holding down the charging port first. All the Phillips head screws are removed. Next thing we're going to need to do is disconnect this small flex cable right here, which is for the headphone jack. So let's go ahead and disconnect that. Alright, then what we're going to do is we're going to pry up on the headphone jack. So we're going to wedge under it with a screwdriver and lift up on it, and it will come right out. Let's pull it out. Alright, so the next step is we're going to be lifting up the charging port. Alright, so we're gonna get under the cable right here and wedge up on it. Alright, there's also this small cable here on the side, which we're gonna have to lift up as well. Be careful you don't break it, as it is very thin. So we're gonna gently pull up on the entire charging port section. Alright, so the entire charging port comes out. This is an awesome improvement with the Galaxy S8. Alright, so let's remove that. Alright, so once you have the phone like this, you're pretty much done. The only thing left that you would need to remove are the power button, which is over here. We would need to remove this. The only thing left that we would need to remove is the power button and the volume and Bixby button over here on the other side. Alright, but once you order your screen, you should order it like this with the frame as well. It will come together as one piece. The glass, LCD, and the frame. So once you have it like this, all you would have to do is put everything back in reverse order. Alright, so let's go ahead and do that now. Alright, so once you have the back pieces of the housing back in, everything's back in place. Alright, we're going to go ahead and place all the small Phillips head screws back on. So next thing we're going to need to do is make sure you connect this small flex cable over here, which is for the heart rate sensor. Let's go ahead and connect it right here. You might have to play around with it a little bit to connect it. It is a little bit annoying, but it's not that hard. Alright, so it looks like I got it connected. There's not too much light in there. Yeah, so once you have it connected, we can go ahead and place the back cover back on. Place it as, position it as perfectly as you can on the back. Alright, and once it's positioned correctly, go ahead and give it some pressure so that it will close up tightly. All right, and then once you're ready, place your SIM card tray back in. All right, and we are all set. All right, guys, so that's how you replace the charging port on your Samsung Galaxy S8. All right, I hope this video was helpful to you. If it was, please give it a like and subscribe for more videos like this. Until next time, guys. Peace.